If you are looking for a fairly quick Colorado hike with a huge payoff, the Palmer Lake Reservoir Trail might be the right trail for you. Let's go. The Palmer Lake Reservoir Trail is a moderately challenging trail located in Palmer Lake that goes by two beautiful reservoirs. Palmer Lake is located about 30 minutes north of downtown Colorado Springs. It's a very easy drive from the springs, and it's a beautiful setting. To get to the Palmer Lake Reservoir Trail, you turn down Old Carriage Road and head down this way to the paid parking. Or if you want free parking, there's some public parking in town, and then you can just walk a short distance to Old Carriage Road, like Randy and I did. And listen to those birds. And there's Randy. So there's a parking area. It's really not too crowded today on a Sunday. And then right across here is the reservoir trailhead. The trail is mostly hard-packed gravel. There are some rocky areas, but they're limited. The biggest struggle is the elevation gain as you're headed up to the reservoir, so you definitely want to be in good shape for that. The trail is very well marked, and please note that no dogs are allowed. There's a steep fine of $800 if you have a dog on the trail. There's two reservoirs that we're going to pass on this trail, and you can only fish in the upper reservoir. There's some restrictions. There's definitely an incline at the beginning. I'm looking down at the incline. So if you're just visiting Colorado, give yourself time to acclimate to the altitude before trying this hike. And it keeps on going up. Let's go. Still going up. Some pretty things to look at. You can hear the rushing creek and my ragged breath as we still go up. We made it to the first reservoir, and surprisingly, there's still some snow and ice on the reservoir. Now that's not surprising generally for March in Colorado, but this March has been unseasonably warm, just crazy warm. It's a little under 3/4 of a mile from the trailhead, the parking area, to the first reservoir. So about 3/4 of a mile. I would say at least half of that is straight uphill. So be prepared for the climb, but I think it's gonna be worth the effort. As I mentioned earlier, there's no fishing in this lower reservoir, so we're headed up to the upper reservoir. There we go. We're at the 1 mile point and still going up to the second reservoir. Catching our breath a little. Right, Randy? Yeah. If you're in really good shape, you can run up and then run back down. It is really beautiful and peaceful. Not very many people on the trail. A few runners, one family that is heading up to go fishing. But for the most part, we've had this trail to ourselves. That's a little unusual in Colorado these days. Made it to the reservoir. Let's go down and take a peek at the water. I'm taking you with me because I don't want you to miss out on any of the fun as I tumble down the hill into the water. Randy's up at the top. He just wished me good luck. What am I going to do with him? Whoop. All right, I'm going to click off for right now and get down closer. I made it down to the shoreline. It's just stunningly beautiful. And a few people are fishing. Look at that. Wow. All right, he's coming down after all.
Small one.
Yep.
Small one.
You're more graceful than I. But look at this view. It's 1.25 miles to the edge of the reservoir. Now we're gonna walk around the reservoir, which is probably what makes it the 2 miles. We'll see. Randy and I were not fishing on this particular trip. We were just out for a nice walk. But we talked to a couple fishermen, and they said that you can catch rainbow trout, largemouth bass, and brown trout in the reservoir. We were there on a beautiful Sunday afternoon in March, and there weren't very many people fishing. I imagine in the summer it could probably get pretty crowded. We were maybe just lucky that it wasn't very crowded, but I think if you enjoy fishing in reservoirs, then definitely check this place out because there were lots of opportunities to drop a line. Now we're on the other side of the reservoir. I was way over there when I took the first shots of the reservoir. It's beautiful from every angle. The upper and lower reservoirs on the Palmer Lake Trail serve as a water supply for the town. So that is why there's no swimming, no dogs. They just want to keep the water supply clean. I believe we've reached the end of the trail. Here's the backside of the reservoir. And it was 1.8 miles to here from the parking lot. Listen to those birds. The hike to the Palmer Lake Reservoirs is low mileage. It's less than 2 miles up to the far side of the reservoir, but it's high intensity because you do have quite a bit of elevation gain from the parking lot to the reservoirs. So if you're used to the altitude, it can be a quick hike with really beautiful scenery, and it wasn't too crowded. So I would highly recommend adding it to your bucket list. It's definitely a trail that we'll come back to. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this content, please give it a thumbs up. And if you're interested in more Colorado gems and outdoor adventures, then please hit subscribe. We'll see you next time.
Stuck the landing.